Here is an overview of the trek to Everest Base Camp via Gokyo Lakes. Day 1. Arrival in Kathmandu. Our representative and driver will meet you at the airport and escort you to your hotel. At the hotel you will be briefed about your daily activities by your guide. Day 2. Flight to Lukla, and then trek to Phak Ding. The flight from Kathmandu to Lukla takes 45 minutes and is an adventure in itself, with great views of the Everest region from the left of the plane and ending with a hair-raising landing on a steep mountain runway. After meeting your crew, you will start your trek by heading up the Lobuche Valley on a well-marked trail to Phak Ding, overnight at the tea house. Day 3. Trek to Namche. From Phak Ding you cross and recross the river on high suspension bridges. Beyond Monjo is the entrance to the Sagarmatha National Park. You then take a steep hike to Namche. If the weather is clear, you get the first glimpse of Mount Everest. Namche is the main trading village in the Kandoo, and you can enjoy an illy coffee and amazing brownies here. Day 4. Acclimatization day in Namche Bazaar. Namche is tucked away between two ridges and has lots of lodges, tea shops and souvenir shops. It is a great place to spend a day acclimatizing before heading off towards Lobuche. You will go on a walk up to the Everest View Hotel to assist in acclimatization. Day 5. Trek to Dole, 4,084 metres. Today is a spectacular day in terms of scenery as you follow the main trail north out of Namche. A short climb to a ridge gives you wonderful views of Everest and Lhotse. You then follow the main trail for a while longer to crossroads high above the Lobuche. The trail to Everest drops down the hill, but you turn off here and climb to cross the Monla before reaching Fort Sitenga. From Fort Sitenga the trail climbs steeply to Dole, through rhododendron and birch forest. Day 6. Trek to Machhermo, 4,410 metres. From Dole you climb steadily along the side of the valley where the rhododendron forests give way to scrub juniper as the altitude increases. The trail passes many summer settlements, Yersa, which are used when yaks are taken to these pastures to graze in the summer months. Excellent views of Chola can be seen from here, as well as Kantega and Thermserku. Today's trek is a short one and you will arrive at Machhermo in time for lunch. Day 7. Acclimatization day in Machhermo. You are now approaching 4,500 metres, so you will stay at Machhermo for an extra day to acclimatize. There are plenty of possibilities for exploration around the camp, and just above the village is an excellent view encompassing Chola at 8,210 metres and the mountains which flank the Ngozumpa Glacier. Day 8. Trek to Gokyo, 4,750 metres. Rested, you head for the lakes at Gokyo. You follow a very scenic path to Panga, then descend slightly, following one of the rivers which flow down the west side of the Ngozumpa Glacier. You climb a steep rocky incline into the valley by the side of the glacier, passing the first of the holy lakes. You soon arrive at the second of the lakes, crossing the path which leads across the glacier to Chola, our route to Lobuche and Everest later in the trek. The third lake is known as Pokhari, and on its eastern shore is the settlement of Gokyo. Walking by the side of the lake, the scenery is breathtaking, with the summits of Chola and Gayachungkang reflected in its emerald green waters. Day 9. Ascent of Gokyo Ri, 5,483 metres, and trek to Tragnag. Gokyo Ri looms above the village on the northern edge of the lake, and you leave camp just after first light, following a steep path up the hillside. As you climb, the summits of Everest, Lhotse and Makula slowly come into sight, and the view from the summit of Gokyo Ri itself is one of the finest to be had in the Everest region. Some say it's even better than that from Patthar. After lunch you leave Gokyo to cross the Ngozumpa Glacier. You descend to the second lake and drop down onto the glacier. The route across the glacier is marked by cairns and is generally quite well defined. You climb off the glacier and follow a shallow valley to Tragnag. Day 10. Trek to Zongla via the Chola Pass, 4,830 metres. An early start today to cross the Chola and make the long descent to Zongla. Continuing up the valley you cross a ridge and an old lateral moraine before beginning the rocky scramble to the pass. From the pass there are excellent views across to the Rolwaling Valley in the west and Amadablan to the southeast. The descent from the pass involves crossing a small glacier, often snow-covered, which is fairly straightforward. There are more excellent views of Amadablan and Cholatse as you descend. Day 11. Trek to Lobuche, 4,928 metres. The way to Lobuche contours the grassy slopes above a lake, the Chola to join up with the main Everest trail from Forichi and Tengboche. The trail flattens out and follows the valley on the west side of the Khumbu Glacier to Lobuche. Day 12. Trek to Gorak Shep, then Everest Base Camp at 5,364 metres. To reach your next stop, Patthar, you follow the Khumbu Glacier. The trail offers superb views of the surrounding mountains, especially where the path is forced to rise to cross a tributary glacier. You stop for lunch at Gorak Shep before finally making your way to base camp itself. This takes several hours as the trail weaves its way through ice pinnacles and past the crevasses of the Kandoo Glacier. On the return leg, you can take a higher route to get a spectacular view of the Kandoo icefall and the route to South Col. Overnight at Gorak Shep. Day 13, Patthar, then Dingboshe. A very early start is required to reach the top of the Patthar at 5,554 metres for one of the best viewpoints in the Himalaya. From here you can see the face of Everest and deep into the Kandoo icefield. After lunch you then descend to Dingboshe for the night. Day 14, trek to Namche at 3,450 metres. From Dingboshe you drop down again to follow the river. After crossing it you climb back up through birch and rhododendron forest back to Tenboshe. From Tenboshe you descend over the Lobuche before making your way back to Namche. Day 15, trek to Lukla. Your final day's trekking follows the Lobuche back to Lukla. This last evening in the mountains is the ideal opportunity for a farewell party with the Sherpa guides and porters, where you can sample some chang, try Sherpa dancing, and look back on a memorable trekking experience.